Hey guys, what's going on today? This is Brett Gibson and I want to show you a video on how to create your pages for a funnel on your website. I use WordPress, so I'm going to show you how to make a lead capture page and your thank you page and have it all on your WordPress site so that it can go to whatever your business may be. I'll show you the steps that you need to do that, and then the actual purpose of this is to show you how to track it using Google Analytics and goal setting within the Analytics platform there. It's pretty cool, but it'll show you how to set everything up. We're going to put an Aweber form on there. We're going to actually create the pages from scratch. I've already created my Aweber form, the graphics. I know what I'm going to say. I've already done the video. I'm going to show you how to put it all together so that you can use this to create your own pages. It's real simple. I'm using a Catalyst theme. You may be using a different theme on there, but it should be relatively the same as WordPress's back office. They all kind of look identical. There is a couple plugins that I'll toss out there for you that'll make life easier for you. So let's jump in and get started. So log into your back office. What you want to do is you want to go up here and you want to create a new page. So you simply click new and then click page. If you don't see this, that means you need to update your WordPress, so go ahead and do that. And I got started. This is where you label your page. So let's go back to here. And I'll show you what the automate your leads. That's the name of my page. And forgive me as it takes a little bit. I got some stuff going on so that I can show you everything and just bounce right through it. Okay, here's my website. The tab I want to create, since this all goes in, I think this goes in alphabetical order. It'll probably jump before this one, but this is a space, and this is the tab I'm creating. So we want to go in here, go into dashboard. Get back to pages. And we want to edit that one. So come on, computer. Alright, back to where we started. Okay, so label your page, whatever you're making your page for. Your lead capture page, this is what I'm making mine for. Okay, this is what I wrote, and this is what I'm referencing, guys. This page right here, I created this. This is one of my fan page tabs. You can see this is real simple. I'm all about simplicity and keeping it simple. People come here, they know what they're going to get, and there's no distractions. So all you do is you just copy, which you can right click and copy, or I use Control C. Come back over to your website, and let's just empty this so you can see. This will be plain. Put your cursor in there, which you just click inside the box. Your cursor will blink. I like mine centered. And then you hit, I'm on a PC today, so hit Control V. If you're on an Apple, it's Apple C for copy and Apple V for paste. For some reason, put this in as a bullet. I don't want that. This right here is going to look different if you don't have. This is called TinyMCE, and this is one of the plugins that you can go and add to make life a little easier for you when you want to manipulate your text, add colors, change typefaces. This is going to give you a little bit more flexibility over the default WordPress. So I highly recommend you go out there and you get the TinyMCE. Let me just jump in and I will tell you exactly what it is. Whoop, hang on, let me save this. Always save your page. Let's take it just one more extra step, but I think it's important so that you can see exactly what I'm using to make life for you a little bit easier. And this will work on all your pages. This is one of the plugins that I recommend, and it is, where is it at? Right here. This TinyMCE Advanced and this TinyMCE Templates. These two right here. If you just you can either take a screenshot, you can write these down, and go install them on your WordPress site. Okay. And then when you set it up, you can follow the directions on the plugin site to set up. And then you come back here to your pages to get back to your page. Okay, now let's get back to finishing. But anyway, I wanted you to see that because this may look a little different, but once you install those plugins, this is what you're going to get. And believe me, it's going to make life for you a whole lot easier manipulating your page. So just I'm going to quickly buzz through here and do some things. I'm going to come back and I am going to tweak this after our video. I just want to give you a real quick idea how to build things, where to put it out. I'll just show you. If you want to, this is the reason why I use that plugin. I can come in here and I can make this an H1 tag. Okay. If I want to change the typeface, it gives me all these options to the typeface, which I'll go ahead and change it. Okay. Real simple stuff. Let's do that. If you want to change the type size, you can do it however you want. I know it looks weird on here, and I'll show you when I save the page what this is going to look like. If you want to change it to a color, always remember you have to highlight everything to make changes to it. So if I want this red, I'm just going to show you it turns it red. If you want to highlight, let's say I want to highlight this, and this is not what I'm going to do, but this is just for presentation purposes. You see some of this sometimes, and if you hover over these, like you can insert, that's the image. This right here is the spelling. Okay, this will automatically prompt you to change the spelling. You want to hyperlink stuff. These are your two hyperlinks. This is to I'm going to insert a video here, so I'll show you what I use for a video. It's going to be a little bit different than this, but it works for me, and it's not real scary, but it'll be just the same. Okay, so anyway, let me get rid of this. We are not going to have that. Okay, now let's save. Well, one more thing I want to show you. When I make a lead capture page, I come in here in the layout and I use full width. Okay, and I'll show you why. So we save. As soon as it gets done saving, come up here to preview page. Okay, and you can see what it looks like. Now, you don't see the tab, the automate your leads, is because the page isn't published. So people can go to your website, they're not going to see anything while you work on this. The minute you publish your page, then it becomes live to the public, and that will then put the name of your page right here. But when you're making your page, you want to keep going back to preview page to see how all your type looks. To get it to however you want it to look. Now, we looked at this. All you have to do is come back up here and edit page, because it's always going to be on the page you're working on. Okay, now I am going to, we're here this far. I'm doing this page, so I want to put this video. This is my video. I want to embed this video on my page. Okay. So next what I do is I hard return down and I do it a space again, so you see my cursor moving here, and I center it. Now I'm going to show you a trick. I made this little page for you. This is how I enter all of my videos. Now there's several different ways you can do it. I'm going to insert a YouTube video, but you can actually, if you want, you're watching this video, write this down, because you can use this code for a whole lot of things. If you forget about it and you watch this video, shoot me an email, hit me up on my fan page, and I'll share this page with you so you have it. So I'm going to highlight. Again, this is all highlight, copy, and paste. So I copied. I'm going to go back. Okay. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to this HTML tab. But here's a trick. When you want to insert your video wherever you want, type in some X's like that, and I'll show you why. Come over here to HTML. See the X's? And I'm going to show you why that's important here in a minute. Okay, we're here. We copied this, right? So we copy that and we go back to our page, highlight these X's, and then copy, and that will copy what this will do is it's going to center that video on your page. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my YouTube channel and go to yours. This is the video I want right here. Let's make this quiet before it gets going. Okay, so you come to your video, you want to share, so you hit share, and then I'm going to embed it with the code. Now, one thing to remember is I'm going to make this one pretty big, and you see that it automatically copies. In fact, if you look at the code, the 640 by 80, it'll tell you what it is right here. So again, you copy and paste. You copy here. You can make it any one of these sizes. If you got a lot of type or you're trying to fit a video in a certain spot, then for sure come in here and pick whatever video size you need, or you can type it in here. It'll automatically constrain it and it'll put it up in the code. So ultimately at the end, when you get the size you want, you come up here and you copy. We'll go back to our page. Okay, now we find this, which is the div align center, and your other HTML code. The other HTML code is the code we just pasted from YouTube. Okay, so we just highlight that and make sure you grab these little arrows. Okay, and then you just paste the YouTube code in there, which you can see. It'll always start with iframe. Hit save draft. Come back to visual, click it back over to visual, and I'll show you what this looks like. It's just going to show you a box right now. Okay, we'll go up to preview page. And just waiting. Okay, now I'm going to make some tweaks later, but that code, that little code that I showed you earlier to copy, to remember, that's why I had you put it in here, because if not, your video could be over here. It could really kind of disrupt your copy. That I found that's the easiest way to install a video or install an Aweber form, and I'm going to install an Aweber form on this same video so you can see that as well. But that's how you install your YouTube video. So you can see from here, the background's different, obviously, but all I'm doing is I'm copying and pasting everything that I created. If you're starting from scratch, what I recommend is this right here is a Google Doc, and you can come in here and you can create your own Google Doc, and you can write out how you want your page to look. If you already have copy, just lay it out here so you can come over here and copy and paste just like I did. but I'm using what I've already created. So we'll go back to this video. Okay, that's all done. So we want to go back to edit page. Okay, and we're going to always work in the visual. Okay, anytime you do HTML, you'll switch over to HTML. And I'm just trying to make this as simple as I can, guys, because it really is. Don't be really scared about the HTML stuff. You know, you'll really surprise yourself to know that it's no big boogeyman that'll screw anything up. Now you can see the cursor down here. I put that there because I want to do another. I just hit enter, okay, and I'm going to hit enter again. That's going to give me space below the video, okay, and I'm going to do it again. And you may have to come back in here and tweak this, and I'll show you. But what I wanted to put that cursor in there like that for is here, okay. I'm just following what this looks like. So we have our video. This is the Aweber code, the real simple. You know, you can change the colors, and I'm going to show you. So let's go grab the Aweber, and I have that up right here. Okay. In fact, we'll use this one. I'm not going to show you how to generate one because that'll be in another video. But you can actually, Aweber's got some great training videos on how to generate Aweber forms. So essentially, after your form's created, it'll look like this. It'll say whatever you want. You can have different graphics. You can have different pictures. You know what? Let me just show you templates. Okay. These are all the templates you can choose from. And this populates, and I'll just kind of cruise through here real quick. These are all the options you have. You can come down here to new, pick some other ones. Come down here to show more. These, you know, if you just, you know, let me just do this so I can show you. This will show you all the templates of the forms that you have to choose from, and then once you get them in here, you can change the colors on most of them. You can add more images. You can write stuff. You can actually make a questionnaire form in here. Aweber is very cool, and it's one of the email marketing systems that I use, and I highly recommend is Aweber. But regardless, this is my form. I don't want to get too much going down that road because there's some videos that I have on creating these forms. Once you create it, you'll get done, and you'll get to this page to publish it, and it'll say I will install my form. Okay, go to that. You can use this, which is what I recommend, because anytime you come back into your Aweber and make a change, it automatically changes your form on the fly on your blog. If you use HTML, all this right here, anytime you make a change, like you come back here and let's say you change the color of this, and you have the raw HTML, you have to take this, copy it, and paste it back into your blog to make that change. If you use this JavaScript, just copy it. If you use this JavaScript and you make a color change, or you change words or whatever, you add another input, it will automatically change the web form on your website. So if you can at any time, use the JavaScript. Okay, so we got that. We copied this. Go back to edit page. Now we're going to work in HTML again. So let's put the exes here again. Go to HTML. Okay, now you see this div align center. Since we've already put that in there, it's already picking that up. And here's the X's. And I'll show you just a little bit of code. Don't worry about it. I'm not trying to scare you, but this is your video. So once you start working in code, you'll kind of recognize, okay, that's a video code. You know, this is all type, but here's the X's. And then we're just going to paste in the JavaScript code from Aweber, and we're going to save. we'll preview the page. And I don't know why it wigged out here like this, but I'll come back in and fix it. Let's see if Aweber, let's see why it's doing this. I don't know why it's doing that. Let's refresh and see if it fixes itself. Sometimes things like this will happen. Okay, I'm not really sure. This is one of the things that happens when you're designing your pages, so don't get frustrated. We will try and go in here and redo this, but let's move on. Okay, so the Aweber form's in here. We put the code centers it, okay, and then we're going to come back here to edit page. Go back to visual. And then I want to add this. So again, it's just copy. Come back to edit your page. And we will paste it in there. I don't know why that does that all the time, but all you have to do is unclick it when it's centered. And then just for visual purposes, I'll make it a heading 2. And we'll hit save draft. And then we'll view a page. This, this stuff, all you have to do is get in here and just start working on it, and you guys will be amazed at what you can do. Okay, now here's what I want to tell you. The JavaScript, for some reason, and I don't know why, I've had this problem before. When I'm working in this WordPress, the JavaScript, you have to go back in here and reload it. So what I'm going to show you how to do is I'm going to add a little bonus for you. Let's install the raw HTML in here. Now the advanced, if you want to do the JavaScript, you can get your page looking how you want, and then you can come back in and add that last minute so that you don't have to keep re-embedding it. Okay, so I'm going to put my cursor there, and we're going to put the X's back in here, and then we're going to come to HTML. Okay, now see why I do these X's? It's going to be real cool. The X's, we're looking for the X's, so within all this code, so it's easy to find, we do X's. You can write your name, whatever you want to put in there to know where you need to place your either it's a video, an image, or you replace your Aweber form. Okay, and some of you guys may use like GetResponse or something like that. I'm teaching Aweber because that's what I recommend and that's what I like and know. Not to say that the other ones are bad or anything, but for this purpose I'm showing you Aweber. So we're gonna use the X's. We're gonna go back to Aweber. Okay, go back to I will install your form. Now let's use the raw HTML. Now with the raw HTML, it's a lot of code, so don't worry, but just remember you want to copy here. Okay, you want to come back to edit your page, If you make a change to your opt-in form, you're going to have to come back in here and redo this step. So we highlight the X's, we copied the code. I'm sorry if I'm flipping around too fast, but I don't want to make this video too long. And then we're just going to copy the code, paste it in here. Okay, we copied, we're going to paste. And then we're going to save the draft. This will give you a little, this will show you without that space. And as soon as it gets up here, still puts that space in there, which I got to figure that out, but you kind of get the point. Okay. Some of these things, some things happen like this. I'm not gonna say it's even for me. You know, it's got me perplexed, and I'm gonna have to go back in here and figure out why it's doing that. Excuse me for a second. Get the pipes wet again here. So I'll figure this out, but you can see from here that all I did was just copy and paste on here. Okay, so don't be, you know, don't be frightened to get in here and make your own pages. You can come back in here and just tweak it to make it look like you want. You know, I just threw this together with the colors and everything, so I'm gonna come back in here and I'm gonna really dial this in so that it looks good. You know, I'm gonna fix these problems. But the general idea of this video is to show you that you can come in here and you can create this page. Now, these steps will work on any other page that you create. It's the same steps. It'll give you, it's kind of a do-all, because I showed you how to embed a video. I showed you how to embed an Aweber form, which, you know, you have to have either that, or in place of the video you can have an image. So you'll really be doing that on a lot. And the whole steps in this will work on the sidebar. So not only will this work in a regular page that you're creating, you can use these steps on a sidebar when you're making sidebars or putting banners. These are real steps that are going to be common for you if you decide to build out your own page, or, you know, if you outsource it, you don't have it. But if you want to build out your own page and figure this all out and have a little bit more flexibility over your design, you can come in here and you can do these steps all the time and build out your own pages. So I'm going to end this video because I'm going to pick up where I left off for building the rest of this funnel. But we may be a little long on this, but I just wanted you to get an idea on how simple it is. These things are going to happen, guys. You know, even I can't control it. I have to go back in and see. Don't get frustrated. Don't get overwhelmed. Step away from it. Come back to it. You know, I've done it many times. I've built out all my websites, and these things pop up, and yeah, they'll drive you bananas, but, you know, step away, come back, take a fresh eyeball look at it, go in here and see what's happening, and 9 times out of 10 you'll be like, oh, I missed that step. It's real simple. All these guys have great customer support. Aweber, YouTube, Google stuff. If you're partnered up with me, for sure, post in my private face group, hey, this is what I'm doing on my page and it's whacked out. You know, what do I need to do? And then you know, we can get together and we can run through it and get it going in the right direction. But for the rest of the training, you know, we'll show you, and if I figure out what the deal is, I'll pick it up in the next video. So you guys have fun, and I hope this helps.